What is going on, guys? Madden 25. Now, we are looking at the creative player, but we're specifically going to be looking at the apparel mainly because it looks like this stuff is pretty much the same. I mean, when you look at the faces, these heads are pretty much the same faces. Now, there's a possibility that there could be added on faces, and there's a possibility that they may have subtracted some faces. I don't know about that, okay? It's hard to tell. I'd have to look at the other one, Madden 24, and see if there's the same amount of faces and blah, blah, blah. It's hard to confirm or deny whether or not all the faces are exactly the same ones. I don't know, okay? And I'm not going to put time into seeing if there's one or two different ones. There's no way to really put time into that. But anyway, we pretty much have the same type of thing you had, and obviously this is the PS5 version, okay? So now we're just gonna take a look at these faces here. Well, I'm actually just gonna look at the apparel in the game mainly to see what type of gear you got in the game, like shoes and whatnot. Let's go ahead and go to the apparel now. That's what I mainly want to look at, okay? Let's take a look at helmets, okay? Because we're going to look at face masks and all that too. Well, let's look at mouthpieces first. Because since that's something that's still fairly new to the game, well, it's the same. Nothing special here. No special designs like you had on the Yard 2 years ago. What do we got here? We got this stuff here. This stuff is not really anything new. Okay? You got your visors, but let's start by looking at just your different helmet types, okay? And obviously you got different face masks that can go with different types of helmets. And on the top, you can look to see, the name of that helmet type, because they have a good amount in this game. They got some old school. This is that old school 60s. Might even be 50s. You even got the ones that look like hockey masks in the game. This kind of looks like a hockey mask, but you have one on. Let's take a slower look at these helmets here, because I'm going to be looking at face masks too. And face masks, from what I understand, you don't have every face mask for every helmet. So each helmet has its own face mask options based on what type of helmet it is. So, like if I go to this, then I go here, these are the ones that are unique to this mask. I mean, this helmet. Now, you could look at all the other face masks, but it's going to change your helmet type, okay? The ones without the red circle are unique to that one, if that's what you want to look at. But we're going to look at everything regardless, okay? You just got to understand that these face masks go with whatever type of helmet they switch me to. That kind of looks like the hockey mask. And a lot of this stuff might be the same stuff. Some of it might be new, I don't know the differential in that. And I'm sure they added something new. Look at that. It looks crazy. I personally have never seen that. That might be a brand new one for 2024. Might be a helmet. And I would imagine that everything in this game is in the NFL. Like, they're not adding crazy custom stuff. That's what I believe. I don't think there's anything you're going to see in this that's not really in the NFL. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I do believe that's the case, or at least an option. Maybe they have something in here that's allowed in the NFL, or it's an option that nobody uses. That's possible. Okay, look at this here. And if you want to know the name of it, you could just look up there where it shows the name of the helmet, shows how common it is. Because, like I said, each helmet has its. I think if I was playing football, I would go with that helmet. Not that face mask, but that helmet. Maybe. That's actually a linebacker helmet. I would not be a linebacker. I did play football one time, and I definitely was not a linebacker. I'm a much smaller type of person, so no. Okay, looks like this face mask goes with the helmet that I already had selected. Just remember, if you want to use the helmet that you select when you're doing this, you want to avoid the ones with the orange circles because those are going to force you to change your helmet type. But I would probably go with that, maybe. It says vintage. Vintage, not vintage. There's a lot of crazy updated helmets. Look at that. That looks crazy. And looks like it says common under all of them. I'm pretty sure some of this stuff is not common. I don't know if that even means what I think it means, but we're gonna go a little bit faster because we have a lot more stuff to look at. And look how many. I'm pretty sure they added a lot to this, man, because this is a lot of face masks, and there is a lot of face masks. What in the world? Okay, that's like a kicker. Okay, that makes sense. It's like a newer version of the kicker. Look at this here. And I will be creating a lot of players in this game, using them in my franchise. Trust me, I will be doing that, okay? You can always count on me to create players. The college football doesn't necessarily give you the free right to just create players. They don't let you do that. Yes, we did go through this a little fast, but that is because there's so many to choose from and there's so much to look at in this game. That's why I did that. This we have your visors. These are probably the same. Got your shoulder pad. No, well, what is this? Oh, your neck guards. I don't remember seeing that. That just looks crazy if you ask me. A butterfly neck roll. Vintage single. Okay. I think these are pretty much the same. This just untucks the shirt. That was new to last year's game. This is your bulge underneath your shirt, your flak jacket. Seems like the loading is a pinch longer. That's what I feel like. Okay, we've already looked at this stuff here. Now let's take a look at this stuff here. We're not going to spend that much time on this stuff. So, because of just the time consumption that is tied to it, this looks very new. And why is there an orange circle? Am I not allowed to wear that with something that I have? I think that's new. I think it is. It is possible that I'm wrong. And this is the same thing, just the other arm. So let's see what we got here. On elbow pad options. Got your wristbands. Again, nothing that's going to jump out at you on wristbands. We're not going to waste all the time in the world looking at that. Okay, so you got your gloves. We're going to spend a little time on this. Not too much time, because I'm pretty sure they got a lot of Nike. Got your Jordan, of course you're gonna have that. Got your finger tape instead of gloves. Hand taped up. I remember seeing hand taped, finger and hand tape, but I thought it was under a different option. I thought it wasn't under gloves, but I might be wrong about that. Okay, there you go with that. Let's take a look at shoes and stuff like that. But we're gonna take a look at this. Got this stuff here, of course. This stuff was in it already. I don't know if they had as many options. They might not have. What is this? Socks? No. What exactly is this? Okay, you got that. Got your thigh pads. This is like your knee pads. Now let's take a look at y'all's favorite, the tennis shoes. It's crazy how you can do two different shoes. These very well might be the same. It looks like some shoes you cannot mismatch. Some you can. I don't know why you would mismatch. I know some kickers do that. Maybe punters too. But as far as anyone else doing that, like wearing one Nike and one Adidas, that just seems. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to give you that option if you want to do that with your created guy. You can even put one Adidas glove and one Adidas shoe, one Nike glove. You can do wacky stuff like that. Apparently, for whatever reason, shoes are always my favorite in these games. You got these Jordans. Are those? Do they even make those Jordans in football? It says cannot equip left shoe model with current right shoe model. Yeah, because some shoes just don't interact together, I guess. Whatever. There's your shoes. What exactly is this? Oh, these are your socks. Can't even see them. I think if you do something with the pants, you might. We're gonna look at that in a second. And you could tape over the shoe, of course. Let me take a look at that and see if there's something you can do with. Looks like you can't, wear the shorts, you know what I mean? Get rid of the sock. So I don't know what the point in that tuck those socks were if you can't even see them. I'm not sure what's going on. But let's take a look at the jerseys as well, because you know what I'm saying. You can do different types of jerseys. Not seeing much of a difference there. This is probably one of the more popular modern looks. You know what? The texture of the jersey doesn't look that great on here. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I might be wrong about that. But anyway, this is your created I was getting ready to say so this is your created player options here. And of course all this stuff is not really, there's nothing unique going on here. It's just the same stuff from before. It has the layout looks a little bit different, but you obviously select all this stuff here. Once again, you can't really give your guy superstar abilities or anything like that. You never could for created players, which I don't really care about that anyway. You know, I don't need that. Look how big that 12 is on the back of his jersey. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I can't select a different team. Anyway, that's your created player for Madden 25. Those are some of your little options. We're going to be looking at so many other things in this game as well.